All right, we are starting our Dmr G. So we're doing some activities that should be continued review for you. Make sure that you are putting your last name and your first name, and then what class period you have me. Um, Hit next. So the focus this week, or the next 2 weeks, is to determine how to figure out the circumference and the area of a circle. What that means, circumference goes around the circle, like so, okay? The area is the amount of space that it takes up. So like right now, I'm changing my area to smaller area space and smaller circumference around, and I'm changing bigger, okay? But in order to find that out, we have to know the formulas, okay? So the formulas will be given to you most of the time, but you will have a picture that shows either the diameter or the radius. I remember that because the diameter is longer. The word's longer, so that makes sense to me. So diameter goes all the way across. Radius is a shorter word, so it only goes halfway across. So in this case, I'm looking at this, and the first thing I see is it's 18 all the way across. And I think, is that my diameter or my radius? And guess what? It's the first question it asks. The diameter is 18 inches. Okay. So then I need to think about, what is the radius? Well, the radius is only halfway across. So if I continue this little line, it's halfway. So halfway means that 18 divided by 2, half of 18. Well, half of 18 is 9. I should be able to do that in my head, but if I can't, you can use your calculator. So 9 inches is the answer there. Now, the reason why I go through all of that is because you are now going to have to calculate this formula. So somewhere you want to make sure that you have written down diameter equals 18 and the radius equals 9. And why am I doing that? Because look, I now have to substitute in that D for diameter to where I see it to solve for the circumference. So circumference equals 18, because it's the diameter of that circle, times pi. What's pi, Miss Bean? That's food. Now, pi is also a Greek symbol, and you should be able to find it on your calculator. So let's cover up my face. This seems to be the one that you guys like to use. So if you notice, it's right here. That is the pi. You can also find it on your calculators most of the time. It's right here. Okay, so you will have that in Power School, in your Performance Matters, and all of those things. And we're simply going to use the calculator. You ready? So clear. I always say clear just to be safe. I'm going to hit 18 because that's my circumference, or not circumference, that's my diameter, times pi. The answer is 56.548, blah, 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 blah. Now it wants me to round to the nearest tenth, which is this number. So I have to think. I'm looking next door. Since that next door is an 8, does that 4 stay 4? Or does it go up to 5 because that 8 means it's closer to 5? And the answer will be it's 56.55 because that 8 tells me to change up to the next number. So let me make sure I remember that number. You're going to type 54.55. I might have done that wrong. Let's make sure. Let's see. No, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. 56.55. Okay, so let's fix it. 56.55. Okay, I'm using you guys' calculator, which is why I'm having a little troubles. My other calculator stays up top, but I'm going to use your calculator that's on your computer for a little bit just to make sure that you all know what to do. Now, if we remember that our radius or our diameter was 18, or that means our radius was 9. So that's the reason why I have you write down both, because now it's asking for that. So area equals 9 squared. Well, what does that mean? What's that little funny number right there mean? That means 9 times 9. It means I repeat that. That's called an exponent. So 9 squared, and I got to use the pi again, okay? So let's use our calculator. Let's see if I can find it again. There it is. So I'm going to hit clear, and I'm going to type in just what it says here. 9. Now, if I had squared, it doesn't look like you have squared here. So I don't want to figure that out right now. I'm just going to do 9 times 9, because that's 9 squared. I have two 9s, right? 9 times 9. And then I'm going to multiply it by the pi. Equals 254.46. Now, again, I'm ran into this tens place. So I look next door at that 9. That 9 tells me that 6 does not stay 6. That 6 goes up to 7. Okay, so let's type the answer 254.47. 254.47. Now I'm double checking, make sure I'm not forgetting. Yep, got it right. And you hit next. So again, this is another one of those tests that it's basically using the calculator, but you have to know what to put in the calculator. So we're going to be practicing this, but you need to make sure that you're using all the video instruction so that you know what to apply. Okay, what is that? That's not a circle. It is a circle. So the thing I want you guys to be aware of is that the volume of a cylinder, okay, means that if I could take this and slice it into a whole bunch of cookies, if I found the area of each one, that would be how you find your cylinder. That's pretty deep, but it kind of works that way. We're just going to plug things in, though. Okay, so looking at this, I know that the 7 is my height. That's how tall it is. So I'm going to write down here. 7 equals h. And 18 equals diameter. But look, is it asking for the diameter? It's asking for the radius. So what do I have to do? I have to think of what is half. So half of 18 is 9. Okay, so 9 equals the radius. Now we are going to plug that into our formula. Let's see if I can do that over here. So this is 9 squared times pi times my height, and my height was 7. So I'm going to use that calculator that you guys like, if I can find it again. I say that every time. I'm going to hit clear. So it is 9 times 9, because that's 9 squared, remember, then times pi, yep, got the pi, then times 7, and I get a big number. Again, we're going to round to the tens place. So I look at that 8. That 3 next door says, stay there. That's closer to 8 than it is to 9. So it's 1,781.28. 1781.28. 1721 point. I already forgot. See, can't remember anything. 1781.28. Oh, I had that wrong. 1781.28. Double check, double check. Yep. All right, so that should be it. But again, all we've done is used our calculators to solve these. I'm going to hit submit, cross my fingers that I didn't make any mistakes. This is where we always check. Okay, so it looks like I got 4 to 5 points. Let's see what it didn't like. 18, 9, rounded. Oh, I put an extra. You see that? See what I did? I put an extra little period at the end. So you guys, if you heard and typed what I said, you're good to go.